I don't know where you're going or when you're coming home. I left the keys under the bed to our front door.
Guys, John back again for another video. And I know it's been a little while since I've made one, but it's Christmas, so I'm wearing my Christmas hat and had a couple drinks, so I'm not going for a drive today. But I figured I'd just make a little video for you guys about the Evo in general. So as you can see, the Evo's gone through some changes. I have the OEM Recaro seat on the passenger side, and then I have a Sparco Evo 2 US on the driver's side, and I also have Schroth 6-point Profleet 2 Hans harness for the driver's side. I'm getting a 4-point roll bar fabricated by TC Design out here in California mid-February, so harness bar is really temporary. The Evo is mostly a track car right now. The main thing about Evos that I really have enjoyed so far is the fact that they can handle so much power, and they can be so reliable doing it. The major thing that you have to keep in mind is a lot of maintenance involved. So every 2 track events I end up doing my drivetrain fluids, and every track event or 3,000 miles, whichever comes first, I'll do an oil change. And I only use AMSOIL premium protection with zinc 10W40. In my experience, all the oil analysis I've done has come out perfect. There's been really low counts of metal in the oil, and it seems like the oil can withstand a lot of heat, and it wears the engine pretty nicely. So I've been using AMSOIL premium protection with zinc for the last 5, 6, 7, 8 oil changes, and it's been great. I just recently got Enkai NTO3 plus M's as my daily setup. My track setup is RPF 1s with RS3s, Hankook RS3s. So these are just my street wheels. Other questions that people end up asking me about the Evo. A major question is whether to buy an Evo or a Ralliart. That's a major issue in the community right now. So I want to address that. In my personal opinion, so let's start from the beginning. A Ralliart is a great daily driver. You can get some power out of it. The SST unit, it's a great unit. I love the SST unit, but it is a little bit finicky, and you have to get the tune on point to be able to run the SST with extra power. So units like the Cobb Accessport, it doesn't tune your SST. It only adjusts your engine management, which means that your SST doesn't have enough clamping force or enough added hydraulic pressure in the lines to be able to run as much power. So that means when you slam the throttle, it's going to slip a little bit. And what happens when you slip, your clutches wear out faster. So that's one thing that you really have to keep in mind, is the SST is a very expensive transmission, very expensive to maintain and service. The Evo 10 GSR is also a great option for those looking for a 5-speed. One of the main questions I keep getting asked over and over again in the comments is compare the Evo to the Ralliart. And the thing is, you can't make accurate comparisons between two, because they're just in completely different realms. So the thing that I keep telling everyone is, no matter how hard you try, no matter what you do to the Ralliart, you will never ever be able to keep with an Evo. I mean, maybe driver skill can keep you with an Evo, but the chassis balance, the handling, the feel, everything is just better in the Evo than the Ralliart. The Ralliart, I'm not putting down the Ralliart because I love them. But I'm just saying that people, when you buy a Ralliart, you shouldn't try to make it into an Evo. Don't put an Evo body kit on it. Don't be obnoxious with the mods that you do to try to make it seem like an Evo, because in all reality, people will know that you don't have an Evo, other than people who don't really know cars. And a lot of people try to pass off Ralliarts as Evos, and even Lancers as Evos, which I really don't understand. I just don't get why you would buy a car that's pretty unique like the Ralliart and try to make it into an Evo. And even myself, back when I owned a Ralliart, I always wanted to say I own an Evo, because it's so much easier, it rolls off the tongue easier when you're in conversation, instead of having to explain what the Ralliart is to basically every car enthusiast that has no idea what the fuck a Ralliart is. Basically, I broke it down like this in the end. A Ralliart is a pumped-up Lancer GTS. It's a turbocharged Lancer GTS with an Evo 9 powertrain or drivetrain underneath it, which means you get all the 9 all-wheel drive goodness with the ACD, but you don't have the chassis balance of the Evo 10. And that's the main difference between the Evo and the Ralliart. People keep asking me, would I want to have my 400 plus horsepower built transmission Ralliart, or would I want to have the current Evo 8? And that's a very simple answer. I'd rather have this Evo 8. Because if you look at the car, if you drive in the car, it's a completely different ballgame. The Evo just handles so much better. It handled the motor. The 4J63 is a proven motor. It can handle up a shitload of power and boost, and it won't have many issues. Like with this car, I haven't had really many issues with the car since I've bought it. With the Ralliart, I consistently had major issues with the car since day one. So the thing about an Evo 8 versus a Ralliart, or an Evo 9 versus a Ralliart, I'd easily choose the Evo 8 9 over the Ralliart. Now the thing about the Evo 10 is people ask me, is the Evo 10 worth the extra price on the top of the Ralliart? The easy question is yes. You get what you pay for when you buy an Evo. You pay that extra $10,000+ for the way they set up the chassis, the brake system, the Brembos. You get the extra power. You get the twin scroll turbo out of the box. There's just all these little things, and you have active yaw control and all-wheel control, and there's a bunch of different stuff that you get on the Evo that is absent in the Ralliart. And your cars they're standard, so with the Ralliart it's an option. So you have to really think about what the car is going to do for you, or what you will use the car for mostly. So if you're buying a car for daily and you don't mind maybe pumping it up to stock Evo levels and leaving it, the Ralliart is a great option. It's a fantastic car. It handles decently well for a car of that size and that kind of chassis, but just don't try to compete with Evos all the time. I mean, you can do everything to a Ralliart, but it will never handle like an Evo. You can get it to handle decently as well as an Evo, but you won't be able to get that feel, if you know what I mean. The electric power steering in the Ralliart kind of feels superficial. It feels fake. Whereas in the Evo, you get a lot more road feel. So people ask me why I went with an Evo 8 over an Evo 10. That's another question I get all the time, and that's a very simple answer too. The Evo 8 is more track car, and that's why I was going for with this build. I was going for kind of an out-of-the-box, ready to hit the track, minor things here and there, doesn't break, just full-on track car. And as you guys can see in the interior of my car, it's a pretty dedicated track car at this point in time. And the thing about the Evo 10 is it feels heavy, it's bigger, it's wider. It just kind of feels like a street car, if you will. It's still a visceral, raw car, and you feel that when you drive it, but it just feels kind of heavy. It feels kind of soft for my taste. I like kind of the more hardcore end. So if you're looking for, I put it this way when I talk to everyone. Evo 8 and Evo 9, track car, just track car. And a really good canyon carver. Evo 10, more daily autocross and weekend track events. Now, if you're looking for a really dedicated track car, the Evo is a great option because it's cheaper than the Evo 9. It's reliable. The 4G63 is awesome. The Evo 10, on the other hand, is great daily, and it has warranty usually when you buy it out of the box. The Evo 8s don't, so if things break, and it's really hard to find a non-molested one. One major concern people have with buying an older Evo is the fact that they've been abused and they've been really wrecked and modded to hell. And my obvious answer for that is just wait. Just be patient, wait for the right one to come around, wait until you know what you're dealing with. Never just go into a deal and be like, oh, great deal, it's 18 grand or whatever you pick up an Evo for. Oh, this is a great deal. It has lowish miles. It's modded. It's exactly how I want it set up. I'm not going to change it, because those cars that are fully built and set up, sometimes you don't know who builds the motors. You don't know who installs the parts. So you have to be really careful at cars that have already been modified. You're going to buy one of these cars. The number one thing I have to say is check the motor, check compression, check leak down. See what, do a couple pulls in the car when the owner's there, take a mechanic with you and look for oil leaks, put it on a lift if you have to, because the thing is, when you get to a deal that could be too good to be true, it probably usually is. There can be something hidden wrong with the car like this. So I'm going to talk about track a little bit. So a lot of people also PM me asking, how do you get into track, and how do you go to these events, and how do you make these connections, and how do you get faster? My tips to the guys that are trying to start tracking is start slow. Go to a driving school event. Look online. If you're in California, if you're in Northern California, go to NCRC Speed Dynamics. I'll put all the links below. So NCRC Speed Dynamics, Speed SF. If you're down south, there's Speed Ventures. There's all these track day organizations that you literally can go in, sign up for a fee of $100 to $300 depending on the track, and go just rip around the track. The biggest tips I have for anyone starting to track drive is don't be overconfident and take it easy, take it slow. Don't go for lap times. Just really focus on driving conservatively within your means. You also have to realize that you can't be a hero and try to save yourself. Like I'll post a video in this video of me spinning at the last track event, and you'll just see me kind of let go and just kind of sit there when I'm spinning. So never try to save something that's already gone horribly wrong, because you could actually just make it worse. Track driving is it's not like racing, it's more improving yourself as a driver. And to me, to my parents, to all my relatives, they think it's a great idea to take it to the track instead of taking it to the streets, because quite honestly, street racing is stupid. You can get a lot of people killed. And I think you should really take it elsewhere. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video and a little insight into what I think about Evos, Ralliarts, different platforms. Let me know if you have any questions. Just comment below, shoot me an email. I'll put my email down there. Just shoot me an email. Anything I didn't answer in this video, I'll answer in email or in the comments. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and come back soon. Subscribe to my channel. Peace.
For one more chance to hold you close, I don't know where you're going. Get yourself back.
We both knew this type of life didn't come with instructions, so